of beams by using slope deflection method of analysis. Now we will going to see analysis of frames. Analysis of frames with and without sway. So with and without sway, we're going to analyze the frames. Analysis of frames. Analysis of frames with and without sway. So we'll discuss. So we know the what is meant by analysis. Analysis is nothing but finding all the internal forces and moments developed in the structure. So that is nothing but analysis. So all the forces and moments. So calculation and drawing bending moment diagram and shear force diagram and deflection diagrams and elastic deformation. So that is nothing but analysis. So know the behavior of the structure under specific set of loads. So that is nothing but analysis. So calculation of forces, moments, drawing shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, that is nothing but analysis. So here, so frame is nothing but, so this will be the frame. Frame consists of columns as well as beams. Frame is a structure which is combination of beams as well as columns. So that structure is called simple frame. This is a simple frame. Okay. So now we'll discuss about what is sway and non-sway, or generally is called sway and non-sway antarandi. What is sway? What is meant by sway? Sway ante entante the side movement of one end of column. Side movement of, let us suppose this is a frame. Side movement of one end of column. So this is column, this is beam. So these are the two columns and this will be the beam. Okay. Side movement of one end of column. End of column in a frame is called sway. This is side movement. So this is the movement of column. So this is the movement of column. Let us suppose this is delta. Side movement of end of the column is called sway. So this is the side movement. Side movement of end of the column is called sway. So this is nothing but sway. Okay. So now we'll see. So before going to solving that frame problems, we need to identify whether the frame is having sway or the frame is sway frame or non-sway frame, that we need to identify first. So before going to solve this, that means before going to analyze that frame, first what we need to do, we need to identify for the particular frame, it is a sway frame or non-sway frame, that we need to identify first. So sway or non-sway, it is depends upon the many factors. In that, first one is type of load. First one is loading. Sway is depends upon loading. And type of supports. Type of supports. And next thing is location of supports. Location of supports. So these are the factors. Right, here we have some few different frames. In that we need to identify whether sway is possible or not. We'll see. So first one is, so this is the frame is there. This frame is subjected to, so this is the frame. This frame is subjected to a horizontal force W. So can you tell me, because of this horizontal force, whether sway is possible or not? So because of this horizontal force, this column tend to move horizontally. This is also tend to move horizontally. So this is the deformed shape of this frame. This is the final shape of the frame. That means here sway is possible for this frame, this particular frame. The load is horizontal direction, applying in the horizontal direction. Sway is possible. So how can you arrest this frame? Sway. How can we arrest this sway? So to arrest this sway, what we need to do? We need to provide a support at support C. At a location C, if you provide the support, then we can or this way. So even though if you apply a load, horizontal load here, the equal amount of reaction will going to develop at support C. So because of this, the horizontal movement of column will not take place. So horizontal column move avadandi. It support undi kabatti. So here reaction will going to develop. So equal and opposite reaction will going to develop. That will equilibrate that applied horizontal force. Whatever the reaction, horizontal reaction developed at C, that will going to equilibrate applied force. So there is a sway will not possible. So sway another undadandi. So sway is 0. So this is a non-sway frame. So this is a sway frame and this is a non-sway frame. Okay. So now if you see, so this is again it is a non-sway frame. This is a non-sway frame, and this is also surely this is two supports for this. So figure C, a horizontal force is acting, and here the support is provided here. So this is also non-sway frame. So this is also non-sway frame because here load is symmetrical about vertical axis, and the supports are same supports. Supports are the same supports. The load is symmetrical, so it is acting at a distance of L/2 from left support and it is L/2 from the right support. So this is a non-sway frame, and here is also this is also non-sway frame. Why? Because the loading is symmetrical as well as type of supports is also same. Supports is also same, and loading is also symmetrical. So this is a non-sway frame. You see, this is supports are A and D is same, and the loading is also symmetrical about vertical axis. So this is a non-sway frame. So this is only the sway frame, and these are all non-sway frames. So these are the example for the non-sway frames. So these are whatever figure B, C, D, E are the example for the non-sway frames. So now in this session, yeah.
Sir, eccentrical loading will be as a stable non-stable, sir.
Eccentrical load undanukondi, that will be considered to be sway frame. Children, let us suppose if the loading is here, the loading is somewhere here, then it will cause some amount of sway. Sway is possible. So that is called a sway frame. Ikkada chudandi, eccentricity A anukundam, idi B anukundam. That will cause chudandi, load is a direction ekkuva padadante ante there is chance of movement of this columns. So this is a sway frame. Ikkada manaku support ledandi. Let us suppose here support is not there. Ikkada support ledandi. So then this will cause settlement, that is horizontal movement of vertical column. So horizontal movement will be there. So this is also sway frame. Okay. Okay. If it is a loading is symmetrical about vertical axis, then sway is not possible. Okay. Say sway depends upon loading, type of position of loading also. Loading and position of loading, type of supports, and its support conditions. So these are the example for non-sway frames. I'll show you sway frames also. Just a minute. I'm going to show you sway frames also. Yeah. So these are the sway frames. Here, that is material property is different for this all these members. So for a particular member, material property is different, and the loading is also not symmetrical. And here the supports are not at the same level. Supports are not in the same level. The material property is different. Loading is also not symmetrical about vertical axis. So this will be considered to be sway frame. So manaku main ga చూసుకోవాలి ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ లో ఏంటంటే వెదర్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సపోర్ట్ ఏంటి చూసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ ఉందండి. First one type of support. So type of supports and fixed supports ఉన్నాయి. సో మీ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ నాన్ స్వే ఫ్రేమ్. తర్వాత సపోర్ట్ పొజిషన్ వెదర్ దే ఆర్ ఇన్ సేమ్ లెవెల్ ఆర్ నాట్. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి సేమ్ లెవెల్లో లేవు. సో దే సేమ్ లెవెల్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి, స్వే నాన్ స్వే ఫ్రేమ్ అవుతుంది. డిఫరెంట్ లెవెల్స్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటికల్లీ దట్ విల్ కాస్ స్వే. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ స్వే అనేది వచ్చేసింది మనకి ఇక్కడనే. థర్డ్ స్టెప్ చూడండి, మెటీరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సో మెటీరియల్ ప్రాపర్టీ చూడండి, మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇనర్షియా ఫర్ దిస్ ఇస్ I3, I2. So different metal property ఉందండి. Even though it is a support conditions and all those things, even though loading is also symmetrical, but the material property is different, then that will cause sway. That will cause a sway. Okay, so material property is also important. So material property as well as type of loading, type and position of loading, type and position of loading, whether this is symmetrical loading, whether it is a point load or uniform distributor load, that we need to consider. So this is an example for sway frame. So similarly here is all supports are in the same level, so the chance of non sway frame same level lo unnappudu non sway frame kaavachu, but ikkada material property different undandi. So for vertical load, the load is symmetrical about y axis, but horizontal load is not symmetrical about this vertical axis. So ikkada horizontal load undi, dini equilibrate cheyadaniki ikkada additional game load ravatledu, support kuda ledu, kabatti that will cause sway. Next, so this is a eccentric load. For eccentric load, sway is possible. Material property is also different, so eccentric load that will cause sway. Next, loading is symmetrical. Here the loading is symmetrical, but supports are a different level. That will cause this sway. So loading is symmetrical, supports are the same level, but material property is different. That will cause sway. So these are the example for the sway frames. So these are the example for the sway frames. So what is sway? Sway is nothing but horizontal movement of end of the column is nothing but sway. Horizontal movement is nothing but sway. So it will move out and sway until application, after application of load. If it is move like this, then it is called sway. Okay, horizontal movement of end of the column is called sway. So these are all are the sway example for the sway frames. First we will discuss about, we will going to analyze non-sway frames, analysis of non-sway frames first. After that we will going to analyze sway frames using slope deflection method of analysis. Okay, so this is example for sway frame. First one is example for sway frame. So sway can be arrested by providing a support at C, support at C, and symmetrical loading is also non-sway, and supports are same level, and symmetrical loading is symmetrical, and the material property is also same. It's not mentioned anything, that means material property for all the members is same. Here for the figure E, supports are at the same level, loading is also symmetrical, material property is also same, so it is a non-sway frame. So this is also non-sway frame. Supports are at the same level, material property is same, and the loading is symmetrical about y axis, so it is a non-sway frame. Students, I hope you understood what is the difference between the sway and the non-sway. Now we will going to see one problem, analysis of so this example we're going to see here, analysis of frames. Analysis of frames by slope deflection method of analysis, and draw the bending moment diagram. So this is the frame. So now first what we need to do, we need to identify whether this is a sway frame or non-sway frame. That we need to identify first. What is frame? A frame consists of beams and columns. Beams and columns connect చేసుకుంటే దాన్ని మనం ఫ్రేమ్ అంటామండి. ఫ్రేమ్ అంటాం. ఇక్కడ ఒక కాలం ఉంది, రెండు బీమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఎ ఫ్రేమ్. ఇది ఒక ఫ్రేమ్ అండి. ఓకే, రైట్. విల్ గోయింగ్ టు అనలైజ్ దిస్ ఫ్రేమ్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దిస్ లోడింగ్, so this is the vertical load for this beam. Vertical load of 20 kN is acting for this beam. A uniform distributor load of 12 kN per meter is acting. So moment of inertia is I, moment of inertia is 2I. Everything is same, but everything is different. Metal property is different. Loading is also not symmetrical, but the horizontal movement is restricted by this support. Whatever the horizontal settlement, sorry, so what is the settlement, horizontal settlement or horizontal movement is there, that is restricted by the support. The support మొత్తం అన్ని horizontal settlement restrict ఇస్తుందండి. So this is a, we can consider this as, we can conclude this as a non-sway frame. So this is a non-sway frame. Actually ఈ సపోర్ట్ కనుక లేకుంటే, ఈ సపోర్ట్ కనుక లేకుంటే రోలర్ సపోర్ట్ ఏదైనా ఉందనుకోండి, this will cause us sway. But here fixed support is there. Fixed support will not allow any horizontal translations of this frame. Horizontal move avadani chance ivadandi. Here it is arrested. Support, fixed support is arrested this beam. So beam movement will not be there. So settlement, horizontal settlement of this column is also will not take place. Why? Because here rigidly connected, this beam and column is rigidly connected. So this delta sway is not possible. So this is a non-sway. We can conclude this is a non-sway frame, though it is a metal property is different and the loading is not symmetrical about y-axis. It is a symmetrical. It is a non-sway frame. So first, what we need to do, we need to, procedure is same as what we have discussed for beams. The same procedure we are going to follow here. First thing what we need to do is we need to calculate the fixed end moments of that particular members that we need to calculate. So this is A member. This is C, and this will be A, and this will be B, and this will be D. So loading, a load of 20 kN is acting. Here a load of uniform distributor load of 12 kN per meter is acting. Okay, so I'll show you the dimensions also. Dimensions: 3 meters height and 4 meters in length. This is 1 meter. Okay, length of BD is 1 meter, length of BC is 4 meter, length of AB is 3 meters. And I will show you the metal property. Moment of inertia of this member is 2I. Moment of inertia of this member is I. Okay. First, what we need to do is we need to calculate the fixed end moments. So if you see the for, can you students first tell me fixed end moment then wall effect avutandi? MFAB is depends upon what are the factors? It is depends upon type of load. We discussed for fixed beam, if point load acting at the center, then fixed end moments will be MFAB. So let us suppose this is A and this will be B. MFAB will be equal to WL by 8 and MFBA will be equal to WL by 8. So this will be minus sign and this will be positive sign. This is negative and this will be positive. WL by 8 and WL by 8. Okay, if it is uniform distributor load If it is a uniform distributed load, then it is WL square by 12 with a negative sign. This is WL square by 12 positive sign. So we can conclude that MFAB depends upon type of load. You see, for member AB, there is a no load. Load is not there for member AB. External load is not there. So MFAB, MFBA will be equal to 0. Fixed end moment due to loading will be equal to 0. For member BD and member BC, end moments is there. That means applied load will be there. Applied load for member BC, uniform distributed load is there. For member BD, 20 kilonewton is there. So, but this is a overhanging. So this is a overhang. So directly we can conclude that we can calculate the moment at B by multiplying by taking moment at B. But for member BC, we need to calculate fixed end moments. Only for the member BC, we need to calculate the fixed end moments. So for BC, it is a uniform distributed load of 12 kilonewton per meter is acting. So for that, MFBC will be equal to WL square by 12. MFCB is equal to WL square by 12. So MFAB, MFBA will be equal to 0. MFBD will be
Sir,
equal
excuse
to...
me.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me, students. Hello. Am I audible?
సో మీ వాయిస్ వినబడట్లేదు సార్, బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
Now is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You need to inform me immediately. Why? Because if network is bad, then signal is, if it is a signal strength తక్కువ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్ గా వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. మీరు ఇమీడియట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి కదా. ఓకే, రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఎనీహౌ, థ్యాంక్ యూ. So this is whatever given. So this is the frame, given frame. The loading is this. The loading for a BC member, a uniform distributed load of 12 kilonewton per meter acting. For AB member, there is a no load. External load is not there. For member BD, external load of 20 kilonewton is acting. So first step in slope deflection method of analysis, what we need to do is we need to calculate the fixed end moment. So fixed end moments depends upon type of load. So external type of external load, whatever applied on the that beam. So first we need to calculate fixed end moments. That is MFAB and MFBA. You see, for a AB member, first I want to calculate fixed end moments for the AB member. For the AB member, load is external load is not acting. So that means if there is a load, then fixed end moment will going to develop. If there is a no load, the fixed end moment will become 0. External load లేదు కాబట్టి anyhow fixed end moment MFAB and MFBA will become 0. Okay. For BC member, if you see BC member, MFBC will be equal to, so this is for uniform distributed load. So for uniform distributed load, fixed end moment will become WL square by 12 and WL square by 12. So WL square by 12 negative side and the WL square by 12 positive side. So MFBC will be equal to, so W into L square by 12, this is a negative because resisting moment will be in the direction of anti-clockwise. So this is the loading. So it moment will resist the applied load. So load direction is, moment direction will if you see the moment direction, it will opposes the load. So this is the direction of load. This will opposes the load direction. So this is the moment direction at support A and the moment direction at B and the moment direction at C. So this will be anti-clockwise. That means it will produce negative moment. So MFBC will become negative. So MFBC is equal to W 12 into L square by L is equal to 4, 4 square by WL square by 12. Okay. Similarly, MFBC will be equal to W positive sign, positive W L square by 12. So if you calculate it, you're going to get MFBC. Similarly, MFBD. So for MFBD, D support is a free support. So there is an any roller or fixed support is there. So there is fixed end moment for MFDB will become 0. Directly final end moment we can calculate. Final end moment MBD we can calculate. MBD is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So 20 into 1 meter. That is 20 kilonewton meter will the final end moment at a support B. Okay, so that we are getting. So first we are calculated the MFBD will be equal to 20, MFBC is equal to minus 16, MFCB is equal to plus 16. So those fixed moments we are calculated. So after that we need to write the slope deflection equation for the members. So once again I'll going to draw the same figure. This is A and this is B and this is C and this will be D. Okay, so this is 20 kilonewton is acting and here it is 12 kilonewton per meter. Okay, this is 1 meter and this will be 4 meters and this is 3 meters. Now first I'll write slope reflection equation for AB member. So for this AB member, so MEAB will be equal to MFAB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. So that will be the formula. But here there is a settlement, sinking of support or settlement of support or horizontal movement or vertical movement is not there. So delta value will become 0. Delta will become 0. Delta value will become 0. And if you see at support A, theta A will become 0 as well as delta is also 0. At support B, theta will be there. So there is a joint, it's a rigid joint. The theta B will be there and the delta will become 0. Only theta is unknown, delta is 0. So substitute theta A is equal to 0 and delta at B will unknown. Just substitute theta A is equal to 0 and MFAB is also 0 because there is external load is 0. External load is 0 for AB member. So fixed end moment due to external load is also 0. So we can write MEAB will be equal to MEAB is equal to 2 EI by L is equal to 3 meters for this AB member. L is equal to 3. 2 theta A. So theta A is also 0. So this is 0 plus theta B. Theta B is the unknown. So we can conclude that. So MEAB is equal to 2 EI by 3 into theta B. 2 by 3 EI theta B. We can write 2 by 3 EI theta B. So this is the, let us say, equation number 1. MEAB is equal to 2 by 3 EI theta B. Now I want to write MBA is equal to MFBA plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta by L. Substitute theta A is equal to 0 in this equation. Theta A is equal to 0, delta will be equal to 0, MF, these all values 0. Now MBA will be equal to 2 into 2, 4. 4 EI, 4 by L is equal to 3 meters. So substitute 3 is equal 4 by 3 EI theta B. So this will become equation number 2. So MBA will be equal to 4 by 3 EI theta B. So this is equation number 2. Now just write the slope deflection equation for BC member. Just write the slope deflection equation for BC member, that is MBC will be equal to MFBC plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. So substitute MFBC is equal to, so MFBC is equal to minus 16. MFBC is equal to minus 16. Substitute it, minus 16 plus 2 EI by L is equal to 4 meters into, here if you see BC member, theta C will become 0 and delta is equal to 0. Theta B is the unknown. Okay, substitute theta C is equal to 0 in this equation. That is 2 theta B, theta C is 0, delta is also 0. Only unknown is theta B. So 2 theta B. From this EI theta B minus 16. That is MBC. So MBC will be equal to EI theta B minus 16. So that I am writing here. EI theta B but substitute I is equal to 2I. So for this is 2I. Substitute I is equal to 2I. So we can, here we can write 2 EI theta B minus 16. So in the given question, material property is also different for member BC. Member BC, I is equal to 2I. Substitute I is equal to 2I also. Then you will going to develop this equation. This, let us say this is equation number 3. Okay. Now you can write for MFCB. MCB, right? We'll write for MCB equation, slope deflection equation for MCB. That is MFCB plus 2 EI by L 2 theta C plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. So we know from the given figure theta B is unknown, theta C is 0. So substitute theta C is equal to 0 and delta is equal to 0. That's it. I is equal to 2I. Substitute I is equal to 2I. Okay. L is equal to 4 meters. Substitute MFCB is equal to plus 16. I'll write here 16 plus 2 EI 2E into 2I divided by 4 into theta B. That is, we can write like this 16 plus EI theta B. So that is equation number 4. So we have developed this slope reflection equation for AB, BA, BC, CD. But BD is also there. So for the BD, for member BD, so D is a free support. So that means we cannot, it is not able to take any moment. Support D will not able to take any moment, or it will not develop any moment at support D. So final end moment at D will become 0 and end moment at B will become 20 into 1, that is 20 kilonewton meter. Okay, that is about MAB, and that means MBD we can directly write MBD is equal to 20 kilonewton meter. Right. Now what you need to do, so we are in first step we are calculated the step 1. Students, is there any doubts? Step 1, we are calculated the fixed end moments. Step 2, we are developed slope deflection equations. Now step 3, what you need to do is we need to form equilibrium equations. So that means what is summation of moments at the joint must be equal to 0. Here if you see, the only unknown is theta b. Everywhere is only unknown theta b. Okay, that means one equation is enough. Okay, equation సరిపోతుందండి. That is, to take any equation. And what I'm doing is, here we have a joint B. Summation of moments at joint B must be equal to 0. Yes, this is the joint equilibrium equation. So applying joint equilibrium equation at joint B, there is 3 moments will be there. At joint B, at joint B, 3 moments will be there. So this is C and this will be D and this is A. At joint equilibrium equations there, that is MBA plus MBD plus MBC will be equal to 0. That is MBA, this is MBA, MBC, so this is MBC, MBD, so this is MBD. So total summation of all the moments at the joint must be equal to 0. So substitute MBA is equal to whatever we are calculated that formula, that is 4 by 3 EI theta B. MBC is equal to EI theta B minus 16. MBC is equal to 2 EI theta B. MBD is equal to 20. MBD is equal to 20. Substitute and equate it to 0. Solve for theta B. So theta B, EI theta B, you will going to get minus 1.2. Minus EI theta B will become minus 1.2. Now substitute EI theta B in the step 2, whatever we are developed with slope deflection equation. So అందులో substitute చేసుకోండి EI theta B. In this equation, you substitute MAB is equal to 2 by 3 EI theta B. Substitute EI theta B in MAB equation. Equation number 1, 2, 3, 4 low. Substitute EI theta B values. So then you will going to get MAB is equal to this value, MBA is equal to this much, MBC is equal to this much, and MBCD is equal to these are the values. So MAB is, yeah. Hello. So MAB we are getting minus 0.8 kilonewton meter. MBA we are getting minus 1.6 kilonewton meter. MBC is equal to minus 18.4. MCB is equal to 14. That means this is produce anti-clockwise movement. This will produce anti-clockwise movement. This will produce anti-clockwise movement. So only MCB will produce clockwise movements. Okay. So after that we need to draw the bending moment diagram. So before that, what we need to do, we need to draw positive, that is sagging moment. After that we will going to draw the hugging moment. So these are the moments. First I'm just writing here. At support A, negative moment will be there. So negative MAB is equal to minus 0.8 kilonewton meter. MBA is equal to minus 1.6 kilonewton meter. MBC is equal to minus 18.4 kilonewton meter. MCB is equal to 14.8 kilonewton meter. So these are the moments. So just what you need to write those equation, those moments. MAB is equal to minus 0.8. Minus 0.8 and that means it will produce anti-clockwise moment. Just I'm just denoting here anti-clockwise moment at A. MBA is equal to minus 1.6. So MBA is equal to minus 1.6. That means that is anti-clockwise moment. So just I'm represented anti-clockwise moment at MBA. And MBC is also anti-clockwise. MBC is also anti-clockwise. That MBC is also anti-clockwise. 18.4. MCB is a clockwise movement. So MC we just represent clockwise movement. So here anyhow, whatever the applied load is 20 kilonewton, because of that movement will going to develop, that is MBD. MBD, that is positive 20 kilonewton meter. So 20 into 1. So this is 1, that will produce clockwise movement. So this is the clockwise movement. So how you are getting from the equilibrium, summation of all moment it must join must be equal to 0. From that you can write MBD is equal positive 20 kilonewton meter. So this is a clockwise movement. This is 2 will produce anti-clockwise movement. So this is the moments. So by using this we need to draw the bending moment diagram. So first what I am doing is I am just representing the ordinates. So this is a negative. So I'm going to write. So first I'll draw this figure. MAB is equal to -8. So I'm going to represent negative side 0.8. Next, MBC is also negative. So MBC I'm representing here 1.6. Next, this is D. Okay, at MC MBC is equal to, so this is MBC is equal to 18 point. MBC is equal to 18.4. The MCD is equal to 14.8. Just represent like this. Here it is 0. Moment is 0. Developed moment is 0 at here. Just what you need to just join all these points. So this is the fixed end moment diagram. Now what you need to, I need to draw the applied load diagram. So this is the applied load diagram. Applied fixed that is moment due to applied load diagram. So this is the moment due to applied load diagram. So how to calculate maximum ordinate? Just simply WL square by 8. WL square by 8. So W value 12, L is equal to 4. Substitute it, you're going to get WL square by 8 is 24 kilonewton meter. Okay, and this is maximum ordinate. Here moment is at this location is, it is 20 kilonewton. And just join this. So this is the negative moment. This is net negative. And this will be net positive bending moment diagram. This is negative and this is also negative, but it will change the sign. Why? Because this is a, because of the applied load, depending upon the applied load, it will going to change like this. So students, once again I'll explain the bending moment diagram. Students, just listen. For drawing of bending moment diagram, we need to draw the we have to draw the frame, non-sway frame. I'm just drawn like this. This is A, B, C, D. Now what you need to do, you need to specify the fixed end points. That is fixed end moments due to final end moments we need to locate. So here it is 0.8. Here we have 1.6. So total moment at this location, it is 20. Total moment it is 20 at B. This is 20. And here we have final end moment here it is 14.8. Now what you need to here at D, end moment is 0. At D, end moment is 0. Just join these points. Simply join these points. After that, simply join these 2 points. So this is the end moment diagram. This is called Hagging bending moment diagram. Now what you need to do? You need to draw the applied moment diagram. So applied moment, that is sagging bending moment diagram. So for BC member, a uniform distributor load is active. Because of this, a sagging moment will going to develop here. So because of this load, hogging moment will going to develop at support B. So those hogging moment I am represented here. Because of this applied load of 12 kN per meter, a sagging bending moment will going to develop. That is, we need to draw the bending moment diagram due to uniform distributor load. For uniform distributor load is variation of bending moment is 2-degree parabola. I need to write the 2-degree draw the 2-degree parabola like this. Now we need to calculate the maximum ordinated center. So maximum ordinate here, the formula for the calculation of maximum ordinate is WL square by 8. Substitute W is equal to 12, L is equal to 4, WL square by 8. You're going to get that as 24 kilonewtons. That is 24. So now what you need to do, we need to represent net negative bending moment and net positive bending moment. So this will be net positive bending moment. So this net values will be considered for the design. This will be net negative bending moment. So this will be negative bending moment. This is net negative. Okay. So in this maximum of all these, maximum of net negative, net positive will be considered for the design. For the design of this particular members. Students, is it clear for you? Is it clear, students? Is there any doubts?
It's clear, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Is there any doubts, students? If you have anyone having any doubts, you can feel free and you can ask your doubts.